Hey Eric, congratulations and welcome to Jacksonville. Just if you could just walk us through, how this sort of came together. It seemed like it happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, it all happened very quickly. Um, you know, my free agency was a little delayed, and so um, Wednesday when I was officially released and had the opportunity to talk to some teams, it all happened, very fast. And um, me and Trent have a great relationship. He drafted me uh, 9 years ago with back in San Francisco, and you know, we were able to talk and discuss my situation and where I'm at in my career, and I feel like this was the best decision for me and my family, and I'm really excited to get it going.
And it seemed like you posted something on Instagram about watching Ryan Nielsen's defense. Just I know you haven't really taken a deep dive into it, but just how do you feel you fit into this defense and what do you expect?
I feel that it's tailor made for defensive line. Coach Nielsen being a former defensive lineman himself, I feel that I could play a multitude of roles in it, from lining up on the edge and playing the run to moving inside as a pass rusher. So I'm excited to see how the plans are and how they plan on using me.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, thanks, Demetrius. We're going to go next to Mia O'Brien and then Jean Frenette.
Great to meet you, sir. Let's begin with this. Your tweet on Saturday, number one, the reception to it. Number two, masterclass has become known as a Trent Baalke term here in Jacksonville. If you could expand on your relationship with Trent over the last decade plus.
I had no clue that was terminology he uses, so that's news to me. I just used it on my own, but yeah, I'm trying to. Uh, I've been one place for a very long time, so coming into a new place, I want to learn the lay of the land, the sayings, how people operate. I don't want to misspeak, and so I feel like I got a lot of learning to do before I'm able to just run with it. So I'm here for all the education and this next stage of the process and getting to know the people, getting to know the people of Jacksonville, and getting to know the town and my teammates and the organization. So
And then as far as your relationship with Trent since you were drafted to now.
um, we've had a great relationship. Being with him for those few years, drafting me, getting to know me as a young guy, and then him kind of watching me from afar. When we play the Jags, I will always see him, right there pregame, and we would talk. And the sentiment of how proud he was of me and how my career has gone. And he felt like he made a good decision then, and he felt like he's making a good decision now. And having that, someone that you are comfortable with and have been around, is going to make this transition much smoother.
Thank you. Welcome to Jax.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mia. We're going to go with Jean Frenette next and then Mark Long.
Hey Eric, congrats on the move across the country. You speaking very highly of Trent, and when we hear free agents come here to Jacksonville, people talk about, oh, this is the best fit for me. This is a good family atmosphere, whatever. But let's talk a little bit about how much did the contract factor into it? I mean, it looked like it was a very I don't know. I guess you would call uh, accurate, correct, generous, whatever terminology. How much does that factor into it versus a relationship in this situation that you had with somebody who happens to be the GM?
Well, in all honesty, just like I'm sure all of you uh, you know, can agree with, money is a big factor. You have to take care of your family. I have to take care of my family. So financially, it is a big, deal in the situation. We play football because we love the game, and we've been blessed and we're passionate and we love it. We make sacrifices, but those sacrifices at the end of the day are to take care of the people that we love, and so um, contractually, that is a big deal. And coming here and learning everything about. But it's a big deal, but it's not the only deal. You don't want to be in a bad situation where you're miserable and unhappy, and then money. What's really money at that point when you're feel terrible. So getting that piece taken care of, and then have an opportunity to learn about the city and people's experience playing here and living here. Just really sold me on coming down to Jacksonville.
As a quick follow-up, if I may, Arik, how confident are you feeling right now at your age about your body holding up the way you want it to?
I'm very confident. These past couple of years, I've had some random nagging things going on. But football is a sport with 100% injury rate. People want to talk about my past 2 years, and I missed 4 or 5 games last year, but I finished the playoffs. I played in the Super Bowl. And before kind of these past 2 years, I hadn't missed a game in 5 years. So injuries are a part of sports, and I have my plan together in place to make sure that I'm putting my body and myself in the best position to be out there for my team, and I'm going to do that. And I think it's going to go very well. And I plan to have a long career. I think I got a good 5 or 6 more years in me, so I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gene. All right, we're going to go to Mark Long and then Adam Stites.
Where are you, by the way? That's a sick looking background.
I'm in Miami.
Oh wow, other guy. Now it looks familiar. How's the meniscus? What's your road to recovery from that? And then being a West Coast guy, any trepidations about coming cross country for now? I mean, like, you've spent your whole life out there, right?
Yeah, I did. Knee's feeling good. Surgery went great. I'll be back very soon. And I'm excited about that. I'm on a very good road to recovery. So plan on being back to, playing football full time very soon. When my team needs me. And as far as moving, I feel like everything happens for a reason, and God is going to put me where He wants me to be and needs me to be. To be a blessing to others, and put me in certain situations to learn and grow, and and so I think it's going to be very great for my life. Some transition, getting out of my comfort zone, meeting a whole new host of people that I'm able to bond with, share a relationship with, and get to know me and my family. So I'm excited about it.
Thanks, Mark. Let's go to Adam Stites and then Jamal St. Cyr.
Congrats on the big deal. And, you've been in the league for a while. This is your first time hitting free agency. What were you looking for? What was kind of your goal to find in this, and why pick the Jaguars, and what stood out about this team in particular?
My goal was to find the next stage of my career, someplace that I feel comfortable, that value me as a player as well too, and a place I could, take this next step and grow in, and a place that is competitive and that I feel, I can come in and help get them over the hump. The Jags were a good team before me, and whenever I enter a situation, not just football, but in life in general, when I'm meeting people, when I'm entering a situation, working with people, I want to make the place better than when I found it. I want to make a positive impact. And so I think this team was already a phenomenal team, and I think I can help get them to the next level. So having that opportunity is something I look forward to as well.
Thanks, Adam. Let's go to Jamal and then John Shipley.
Hey, welcome to Jacksonville, man. You played against the Jaguars last year. I'm just curious what your thoughts about where the team was at from the opposite sideline, a different view than you're going to have next season.
Yeah, last year, that game got out of hand. But to be honest with you, going into it, we felt like we had a lot of challenges on our hands, and coming into that, with my old team, we're coming off a bye week and looking at it like, wow, we had lost 3 games previously, and we were like, man, this can't be 4 in a row. So really, we really gave it our all, but we were definitely faced with a lot of challenges going into the game, and the game got out of hand, and sometimes football goes that way. But I don't think that is an indicator of where what type of team the Jags have been and the type of team we're going to have this year. And yeah, I'm excited to be on the other side and continue to get better.
Thanks. Welcome to Jacksonville.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Jamal. Okay, guys, we got time for 3 more. We'll do John Shipley, Justin Lewis, and Brant Martineau.
My bad. Congratulations. Welcome to Jacksonville. I just want to ask about, Trayvon Walker, Josh Allen. I know they're both younger guys. Have you been in contact with them at all? And just what do you really know about their game? What gets you excited about playing next to them?
Yeah, I talked to them, been in contact with them, and I look forward to connecting with the rest of the guys as well, too, as soon as I can. But obviously, those 2 guys stick out. Immediately, the type of talent they have, the production they've had in the NFL, and playing with those guys and Roy and Hamilton and a bunch of other guys too that I can't wait to meet is going to be phenomenal. I think it's important, especially being in the league this long, that no one can do it on their own. I've seen a lot of situations where guys aren't, you don't get the full potential out of guys because, they're not surrounded, with other great players as well, too. So I'm excited to take the field with those guys and, learn this new defense together and start that journey.
Appreciate it. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Justin next.
Hey, I just was going to ask about the Walter Payton Man of the Year. I know you were nominated a lot of times for that, and just kind of some of your off the field work. Do you plan on bringing some of those things to Jacksonville with you?
Yeah, 100%. Part of my masterclass tweet and what I want to get into is learning more about the city, learning, where impoverished communities need the most help and how I can, bridge that gap. I'm excited to get to know the people there. My nonprofit is education based, which is across the globe. I'm sure there's education inequities in Jacksonville as well too, that I'm excited to explore more and really see how I can be of a huge impact in Jacksonville as well too. It's across the country, but like I said, these issues that I'm trying to solve are across our nation and every community. There's equity gap, there's achievement gap, there's poverty, and I really feel that education is the key to solving a lot of issues in our country. When you look at social injustice and other issues as well too. So I'm passionate about that, and that's going to follow me wherever I'm at. So I'm excited to learn about Jacksonville and see, where and how I can help.
If I could follow real quick, just when did that start for you? Like, when did that kind of click for you? Has that always been a thing, or was it kind of as you've gotten older?
It started my rookie year. I had a free football camp, and it just started with that. And after my free football camp, I was like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough for my people. I don't feel. So then it turned into doing a football camp and a health fair and offering health services, and blending the two. Then I was like, dang, I still don't feel like I'm doing enough. How can I have the biggest impact? And education was a glaring space to have impact. And we talked about living the American dream, but how can you live the American dream, quote unquote, without having a quality, equitable education? And so, to me, that's where I got passionate and felt like I could have I have an opportunity to have a huge impact. And something as simple as, getting kids to reading level by 5th grade, percentages show that they have a way higher percentage of being successful and graduating high school and going on to get a job. So, those things I'm passionate about, and I love love trying to tackle and love trying to accomplish. So, but it grew throughout my career, and it really is huge, foundation in my faith and my family as well too. As a kid, we used to do stuff like this all the time. So it's just in me and always will be.
Thanks, Justin. All right, we've only got two more, so we're going to go with Brent Martineau, and then we will finish with Mike Duraco.
Arik, how much conversation when you were being, talking to the Jaguars was about leadership and guys that have made deep runs and know what it looks like to succeed? Because you look who they picked up last week, obviously the Bills and the Ravens were a couple of teams guys came from, and you're coming from San Francisco, all guys that have made deep runs. So was that part of it in any of your discussions, or was it more just fit on how you kind of fit into Nielsen's defense?
Yeah, I think they both go hand in hand. We had conversations about that, and I'm sure, the Jags and other teams, saw that as well too. It's trying to, teams are always trying to get a winning culture in their building, and guys that have had success and know what it looks like. So that definitely is part of it, and that's something I look forward to. Entering year 10, I feel like I have a lot to offer to my teammates, and not just from a football perspective, or not just what I do on the field, but being able to share the knowledge in different situations I've been through in this league. It's been a lot, and being able to share that with them. Something as simple as a Super Bowl experience. This team has Super Bowl aspirations, and when we get there, I've already been through that, and I know what it's going to look like and what to expect, and I know how guys can get into the wrong things at a Super Bowl, and how to stay focused and locked in on the game, because a lot comes with it. So just something like simple like that. Playoff games, different things that I've been through that I feel I'll be able to help with and share.
All right, thanks, Brent. And last question from Mike Duraco.
Welcome, Arik. I'm curious, you asked a question on Twitter, I think yesterday or the day before, about what you needed to know about Jacksonville. What's the most interesting thing or the biggest thing you kind of took away from all those responses?
That we hate the Titans. Okay, so I understand that rivalry. So that I noted that. Somebody sent me a bunch of good food places, which I appreciate. And big foodie. So, yeah. Other things to do around town. So yeah, those are the two big takeaways. Is our rivalry with Tennessee, which I wasn't aware of till now. And some good spots to check out around town.
You're going to be in year 10. Is that a significant number for NFL guys? Like, everyone wants to play as long as they can, but not a lot of guys are able to get to year 10. So how do you view that in your eyes, for guys around the league?
I view it as it is an accomplishment, having longevity in this league is tough for a multitude of reasons. But I do view it as an accomplishment. But also too, I view it as I got a lot more to give, a lot more to offer, a lot more good football ahead of me. And I view it as I continue to get better. Last year, I'm constantly working on my game, working on my craft. And I continue to get better. Last year I had one of my best pass rush seasons of my career in year 9. And so in the off season, what I do is I watch all my film, how to fine tune, get better, work on my technique, different things I need to do, work on my body. And then, so I still feel like I'm an ascending player, even though, that's tough to say, for most people in year 10.